Sri Lanka is one of the finest places on earth with many things to offer, and it has a very strong agricultural history. There are many people in Sri Lanka who does extraordinary things with the agricultural resources available in the country. Today's story is about a father and son duo who have done some extraordinary stuff with sugarcane. This is Dulshan. He and his father has done some amazing things using sugarcane. Me and Dulshan spoke about their factory for the longest time over the phone, and we couldn't resist when they invited us to visit their factory in Monaragala district. We started the journey from Colombo in the evening and we were on the move all night. We took the shortest route in terms of the kilometers, yet it took some time as we stopped for dinner and for snacking. We took turns driving the vehicle and it was a more than 300-kilometer journey to reach Monaragala. However, when we reached Monaragala, it was like 2 a.m. in the morning and we had to make a stop to find some accommodation to rest until the daylight come. When it was morning, we had our breakfast at the place that we were staying and we went out to explore the Monaragala city a bit. It was surely charming and calm. We started the last stretch of our journey to the factory, which was another 21 kilometers from the place that we stayed for the night. It was a different experience after all. This is the same route that you'll be taking if you are going to the east coast of the country. It surely reflects the rural side of the island with lonely roads and overgrown bushes beside the roads along the way. When we started getting close, we could see a lot of lorries and tractors carrying sugarcane. This area from Monaragala to Siambalandur has a lot of sugarcane fields feeding a couple of factories including Dulshan's factory. After arriving at the factory, we explored the factory a bit and enjoyed the freshly squeezed sugarcane juice at the factory. Sugarcane has many uses and not a bit of the sugarcane is going to waste during the production stage. There's quite a lot happening at this factory apart from sugarcane production and jaggery production, like the maintenance. We did a lot during the first day, but I want you to start exploring the whole journey from where things really get started, which is the sugarcane fields that we visited the day after coming to the factory. So here's a little fast forward for tomorrow. We left the sugarcane factory early in the morning. The sugarcane field that we'll be exploring today is located like 14 kilometers away from the factory. We almost reached the place in 20 minutes or so as there were no traffic along the way. We had to stop the vehicle in the middle of the road and start a short hike to the sugarcane field as we had to pass two streams along the way. At this point, we couldn't hear any noise apart from bird chirping and the noise created by the trees because of the wind. We were able to see a mango farm while on the way to the field, and this seems like the expensive mangoes that farmers grow in Sri Lanka. After walking for about another 5 minutes or so, we met the second stream, and this one is pretty large compared to the earlier one that we crossed. The person who guided us to this place told us during the rainy season, this whole area gets flooded really bad and nobody is able to cross the stream to the other side. While crossing the stream, we met another group who's going to work at the sugarcane field that we'll be visiting. The best thing about the communities like this is that they help each other. This group also owns a sugarcane field, and when another farmer's field ready to be harvested, they go to the field and help them out. And it's their turn, the others come to help them out to harvest. And here's Gims making her way through the stream. After crossing the stream, we had to make a quick stop to give some space to a tractor that was going to the sugarcane field to load sugarcanes. There are a lot of peacocks in this area and farmers are not fond of them as they destroy crops on massive scale. However, they eat a lot of poisonous reptiles like pythons in the field. Well, that's a part of the ecosystem, I guess. This is Mr. Rupasinghe, and this field is owned by him. Sugarcanes require a special knife to cut them down and remove the leaves it has. This gentleman who we met on the way to the field earlier is sharpening a special knife that they're using for sugarcane harvesting. The entire sharpening process took like 5 minutes or so. Here's she clearing the sugarcane leaves around the sugarcane and harvesting the sugarcane. They also remove the top part of the sugarcane as they have no value to the final product, and those will become composted into the fields once again. This is a really interesting process that I could watch even for hours. The lady was super kind enough to peel a sugarcane and offer us to snack while we were watching the whole process. It was super fresh as it was right from the field and harvested just now. Once they cut down enough sugarcane to make a manageable stack, they tie them together using the sugarcane leaves like this. Once the harvesters make a couple of piles, then they start loading the tractors like this. Once the loading is fully done, they bring these to a couple of factories nearby. It's hard labor, but people in the field always share a smile. They invited us to enjoy a quick snack at their shed in the field. This is a fireplace that they are boiling the water to make tea in the field. And this was the seating arrangement that they provided to us. This is the luxury in the field. If you notice, the walls were made up of clay and wood sticks, which is how most of the old houses were built. After snacking for some time, Mr. Rupasinghe told us some stories about the wild boars in the area. We also met this champ who became friends with us. Sugarcane fields are different kind, and not everybody can maintain one properly. Once sugarcane is planted, it can be harvested for 5 to 6 years with a high yield. The only problem that farmers face is the water. The rainy season is only there for about 4 to 5 months in this area, which makes things harder for farmers. Sugarcanes love water and they grow a couple of inches in weeks if they have enough water. Tractors from the sugarcane fields will come to the factories nearby. Every factory in the area does have a scale to weigh the tractors, and some factories do have scales to weigh the sugarcane load. Dulshan's factory also equipped with a scale that can weigh the tractors. The tractor with the sugarcane load will be brought to the scale and one reading will be taken at the initial point. Then the tractors will come to the unloading area and unload the load that they have weighed earlier. This entire process could take around 20 minutes or so. What happens next is that the team at the crusher takes the sugarcanes and crush them with the industrial grade sugarcane crushers. Again, I could have watched this process for hours as it's so satisfying. Then the crushed sugarcane husk comes out from the other side of the crusher and they were transported to another place to keep them dry. Most of the sugarcane processing factories operate on steam, and it really takes lots and lots of steam to run the factory in maximum operation. Sugarcane husk is used to power up the boiler along with wood, which makes the factory almost self-sufficient. The boiler is the heart of the factory. If the boiler is down, the factory is down. So they do care for the boiler a lot. The boiler needs frequent feeding of sugarcane husks and wood to run it properly and maintain the correct pressure in the lines. And it's a two-man operation to keep it running from 8 am in the morning to 8 pm in the evening. Burning wood needs to be turned around and arranged properly inside the chamber with this metal handle to achieve a proper burning inside the chamber. I could watch this for hours as it's so satisfying to see the process it takes to keep the fire running. The primary processing of the sugarcane juice happens in a large store like this, and Gims got to experience it and stir it as well. After several processing stages, this is the final stage of processing the sugarcane juice, which is very close to become premium jaggery. When the jaggery mixture is finally ready, they are transported to the molding facility in trays like this. Finally, the factory uses natural wood molds to shape up the jaggery by pouring them into trays and leveling them throughout the mold. When the jaggery cubes are chilled enough to be taken out from the molds, they are separated from the molds like this. Then again, the jaggery is left out to cool down until they are fully set. These premium handmade products, including Moscodova sugar and premium jaggery, get packed in the packing area like this. It was really amazing to see the process of making premium handmade sugar and jaggery in Sri Lanka. Factories like these are the lifeline of farmers to rural citizens of this country. There are a lot of families who get involved in the value chain of jaggery and sugar production. If you would happen to purchase their products, please do reach them via jaggery.lk or WhatsApp them via 077 300 7035. On the following day, we started heading home via the road that connects Buttala to Kataragama town. This road has happened to connect two cities through the Yala Forest Reserve. On the way, we saw a couple of elephants who roamed by the side of the road. They were not harmful at all. We heard that they would love to get some snacks from the vehicles. It was pretty late in the afternoon when we passed the Lungamere Reservoir and reached the Southern Expressway. We reached Colombo around 10 p.m. and we call it a day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you happen to do so, please consider subscribing to the channel and enable alert notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and take care.